Typhoon Wipha exploded into power with terrifying speed, gathering strength over the warm South China Sea. Winds surged beyond 150 kilometers per hour, turning calm skies over Hainan into a deep gray veil of dread. Within hours, the entire island was on high alert, as forecasts warned of violent gusts, heavy rainfall, and life-threatening storm surges. This was no ordinary storm. Wipha had formed as a tropical depression east of the Philippines, then rapidly intensified into a named storm by July 18th, pushed northwest by powerful steering winds. It took aim at southern China, gathering energy from the sea below. As pressure dropped the system's core, tightened, strengthening Wipha into a formidable typhoon by July 19th. China's national meteorological authorities issued Level 3 emergency response orders for Hainan and Guangdong provinces. Alerts lit up mobile phones as officials braced for landfall. The typhoon was traveling at 25 kilometers per hour, with central winds near 120 kilometers per hour. It was forecast to bring waves reaching 5 meters high to coastal areas. By July 20th, Wipha's outer bands had already battered Hong Kong, where officials issued the highest storm signal for almost 7 hours. Thousands of flights were canceled, ferry services were halted, and hundreds of trees were torn down. Scaffolding collapsed across construction zones, and streets were littered with twisted metal and broken glass. Power outages darkened districts, while emergency shelters opened their doors to affected families. In Guangdong, Wipha slammed ashore near Taishan, unleashing massive rainfall and flooding cities like Zhanjiang, Yangjiang, and Maoming saw roads submerged and neighborhoods cut off by landslides. High-speed rail services were halted and transportation hubs went dark as infrastructure failed under the pressure of the storm. Hainan, though spared, the direct landfall was far from safe. Coastal villages experienced severe rain, intense wind gusts, and dangerous surges. Over 30,000 fishermen were warned via early alert systems, while more than 5,000 residents were evacuated from flood-prone regions. In rural areas far from urban centers, communications broke down, and rescue teams struggled to reach those trapped by blocked roads and fallen power lines. Damage to agriculture was extensive. While exact numbers were not released, early visuals revealed flattened banana groves, snapped rubber trees, and flooded coconut plantations. Warehouses collapsed under the wind's force, and fallen trees blocked every access road to inland farms. Farmers watched helplessly as months of labor disappeared beneath rising water. Emergency response teams worked day and night across affected provinces. Bulldozers cleared roads, while engineers labored under hazardous conditions to restore power. Firefighters navigated floodwaters to rescue stranded citizens, and supply trucks pushed through debris to deliver food, water, and blankets to isolated communities. In many places, volunteers were the first responders. Fishermen braved the wreckage of their own boats to rescue families trapped on rooftops. Teachers turned classrooms into temporary shelters, comforting terrified children with flashlights and calm voices. In the midst of overwhelming destruction, the spirit of unity and courage shone brightest. Authorities praised the role of China's advanced meteorological alert system, which issued over 5,000 regional warnings through SMS broadcasts, satellite signals, and marine alerts. Days before the storm arrived, over 390,000 weather alerts had been pushed to residents across Hainan and Guangdong, giving many families time to evacuate or prepare. Typhoon Wipha tested every level of emergency preparedness. From satellite forecasting to on-the-ground rescue efforts, the storm revealed both the raw power of nature and the unyielding resilience of people. Entire cities were brought to a standstill, but the recovery began before the winds had even stopped. Blistered hands cleared debris, soaked boots pushed open flooded doors, and quiet determination filled emergency shelters. The scars left by Wipha may last for years. But they will also mark the strength of a population that refused to fall. In the face of windwater and chaos, the people of Hainan, Guangdong, and Hong Kong stood tall. They rebuilt not only homes and roads, but hope and trust. And though the storm has passed its lessons, and memory will shape the future for a generation to come.